Welcome to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast. Real people doing real deals in real estate and no fake gurus allowed. We bring you the best and the most real estate investors in the space. They'll be showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly of real estate investing. Like, share, subscribe, get notified. It's the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast.
Welcome to the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast, and today we have a friend from Dallas, Texas. Actually, he lives in Dallas, but he's really from Brazil.
Exactly.
Was introduced to me by my other friend, Marcos Jacober, who you guys seen on this podcast a couple of times. He's actually in the studio right now, being the producer back there. Eduardo Gracia, thank you so much, man, for coming in, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Tell me, man, who is Eduardo?
All right, who's Eduardo? Eduardo is a immigrant from Brazil. So I was born in Brazil and used to run an agricultural business in Brazil.
Okay. Did you go to school for that?
No, actually, I'm a production engineer.
Okay.
So I went to productions. Our family is a very entrepreneur family in Brazil. We own a shoe company back there.
Oh, wow.
And then we used to work inside of the shoe company on the ground on a production plant. So that's where I was. So I decided to go to the engineer production school. And
okay.
Did my master degree as an engineer, and so that's and then I went to run the family farm. So that's my father used to have a farm for a long time, and so he got sick, and then I took over the farm, and so that was my business. Somebody came and just bought our operation.
Yeah.
And then I decided to invest in real estate in the United States with the money we made on the farm.
On the farm.
Yeah.
Wow. So and what about the shoe company? Is it still running?
It's still running. Today is the largest children's shoes company in South America.
Oh, wow.
We have almost 2,000 employees.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's amazing.
Yeah, so that's my two older brothers. We are four brothers on the family. So the two older brothers run the business.
They're the ones running the shoes.
Yep. And so we have the two older brothers running the shoes. My third brother, he's a lawyer. And we do some real estate in Brazil. So he's the one who runs the real estate. We do development in Brazil.
Okay.
And I moved here to invest the family funds on real estate.
In the U.S.?
In the U.S., yeah.
That is the safest market for investments like that,
yes,
right?
Yes, and pretty safe. And then I started on single family, new construction. So I went straight to new constructions.
Yeah.
But I didn't have much cash flow the way I wanted.
Right.
The money was like, it's a good profit, but take like a year, half a year to get the profit back.
Yes.
So then I found the multifamily. So that's where I am now. So,
wow. So how long have you been in the U.S. now?
4 years and a half.
4.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And whereabouts are you in Brazil from?
From São Paulo.
São Paulo. And that's where the shoe factory is? And
yeah, it's a small town on São Paulo state called Birigui. So that's the name of the city. And then it's there. We have the manufacturer there, and we have all the employees.
And the farm was around that town too?
No, the farm was north. It's like 7 to 8 hours driving from that city.
Oh, that was far.
Yeah, so when I took over the farm, I moved it there. So I was living on the farm. And flying back to home. So that was the way I used to run the farm there. So.
Wow, that's impressive. And so you guys sold the farm. You got the money from the farm. You came to the U.S. You started investing in single-family houses, brand new houses, right? Mm-hmm. Now, was it here in Texas or? It
was in Texas, in Dallas, mostly in Rockwall, Texas. Okay. So it's East Dallas.
Yeah.
And so I purchased a few lots over there and did a joint venture with a construction company. And we start to do custom homes.
Okay.
So that's where I start on real estate. And we still have some lots building yet. So I'm building 2 houses, the last 2 right now. So
okay, and then you're out.
I'm out. 100% multifamily now. So I move all the money to multifamily. And I start to, you know how to grow a business. You cannot be alone. So I start to do syndication on multifamily. So I could control my money and also get money from other investors.
Yes.
And grow that business. So that's what we are doing. So we opened that company, Multifamily Empire, and we are doing this business with.
Are you investing only in Texas right now, or you're all over?
Are mainly in Texas. I have two types of investments. The passive ones I have invested in Texas and Florida.
Okay.
And as a deal sponsor on the syndication, I have mainly on DFW only, and one now I just closed in Alabama.
Oh wow.
In Durham, Alabama. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Alabama that's a different state.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So okay. So and let's talk about multifamily here. What is it that you look for on your multifamily deals? Like what makes a good deal for Eduardo?
Yeah. So the mainly my criteria, let's say that way, it's we invest only in full occupy units, like 90 to 96. The occupants got to be above 90%. And I invest in Class B and C as a point of financial. How can I say that? It can make better returns on B and C because you can do renovations and you can do a few.
So that's what they call the value add.
The value add, yeah, that's the word. Sorry, sometimes my English don't come.
It's okay. It's okay. I know enough.
Yeah,
I know enough to
help me out.
To understand the multifamily language.
So that's what we do. We do add value properties, and so we buy C and B class properties. We come with a strong construction company to do renovations,
all the renovations,
and make the rents go up, and then we have a cycle from 3 to 5 years to sell the property.
Okay.
So that's how we run that. So I'm getting on that time now to sell the property. So we are selling our first property and get the fundings back, and then that's where we
reinvest.
Yeah.
So why not keep them for longer term?
Well, if I think on our model, because we come with that renovation thing, you make a lot of profit when you rise the price, the
rents.
You rise the rents, and then you make a better NOI.
Yes.
And then you can either do two things. I think you know better than I, but you can refinance, get the money back, pay the investors that invest with you, and keep the property. And sometimes we just sell the property and give back the money to investors. So,
and go do another one.
And do another one.
So it's kind of like it's a flip, but it's a midterm, like medium-term type flip.
Yep.
Because you're going for 4 or 5 years, and I'm going to assume that keeps you from paying certain capital gains and things of that nature, right?
Yeah, so that's the point. I really like it. There's two things I like on that multifamily thing. The first one, it's the financial thing, because we can get a loan with interest only for 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So you pay only the interest. So when you start to pay the principal, we put the property for sale. So that's one thing. So you pay less, so you make more money in your pocket. And when you have to give more money to the bank, we put the property for sale. So that's
right.
One thing. And then another reason I really like, I have been here 4.5 years, and I haven't paid tax for the last 3 years. So that's because the bonus depreciation cost segregation.
Yes.
So this is a huge thing on multifamily. So you have the property that you purchase, like for, let's say, 20 million, and then you get a loan for 16 million. So and then this property you can depreciate on the first year almost 90% of that entire property, and this goes as a loss on your tax. I'm not a CPA, so just but
we're not giving you tax advice here, guys.
So.
You guys got to go find your own CPAs. And
but that's how that works. And then if you invest on this type of assets, you get that benefit to not pay tax because you have the depreciation as a loss, as a passive loss. Right?
Okay.
So that's the right term. And then if you are a real estate professional like we,
we do full time.
Almost everybody here listening to this podcast is a real estate professional. They can use this to write off all the tax on the first year. So that's that's it.
I wonder if Marcos was on multifamily, how much taxes he will pay, because now he's in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. So
So he's paying less taxes.
let's bring him back.
Yeah.
So that's what I really like on this multifamily business. You can.
And what's your criteria for the buildings that you buy? Like, is there a certain amount of units?
Yes, so that's a very good question. Well, my criteria is 60 units above. So
And up,
I don't buy less than 60. The reasons are on the 60 units or more, you can have a third party property management to run the business.
Right.
And then you do just a bridge between the managed company and the investors. So that's where I am.
Okay.
Just making sure I have everything done on the property and the investors are happy for that. So that's my. The other thing, there's some type of properties that you gotta be aware to invest, like flat roofs, property with a chiller, a very old property. So that's
Asbestos,
yeah,
things like that, right?
yeah. So if you can avoid these properties, and buy the newer properties like 80s, 90 properties, built in on 80s. And
Yeah,
90s,
so 70s properties will have a lot of these problems.
yes, 60 and 70 they are flat roof. They have chiller. They have water hot boiler.
And you can't convert those, or is it too expensive?
It's really expensive. But it's still, my first two properties are flat roof, are chiller.
Yeah, you bought the ones that you don't buy anymore. It's like that was your university.
Yeah. So that's a step you learn on the way. And another huge thing that I don't do it. It's we call the landlord states. I don't know if you know about it. So there's some type of states. They are not friendly with the
Yes,
landlord.
absolutely. Like California, New York.
Yeah, so that's the states also we don't invest. So, and because if you need to do evictions, take more than 6 months or
Especially right now with the pandemic going on.
yes. So that's where we focus. That's why I'm here in Texas, Alabama, Florida. So that's where we concentrate our
your
energy
efforts.
and to be on this.
So how many multifamily units are you a part of?
Well, right now on our group, it's around 3,000 units, 2,800 units in total.
As a group?
As a group, yes, and
Okay.
it's around 68 to 70 million dollars on assets.
Okay,
That's the amount we are running right now. So,
that's good.
yeah, so that's
That's pretty good. And are you under contract to buy new properties right now, or?
yeah. We have that one in Alabama
Yes.
under contract. It's 262 units.
Okay.
And we have two more in Fort Worth. We are closing next week. One Marcos is our investor. So
Oh wow, that's good.
yeah. So
What's the minimum contribution for investing in one of your deals?
yeah. So the minimum it's $50K. So that's the.
So what do you guys do? A
it's a
506B?
506B
Okay, for
Yeah.
non-accredited.
for non-accredited, and then that Alabama one is 506C. So that's why I'm telling you about that Alabama and everything. So I can advertise that one. But that's
Okay, so you're gonna run advertising, raise money for
raising
it.
money for the Alabama deal. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But or mainly on Texas, we did a 506B. I don't know if everybody knows what it is. So this is a SEC compliant.
Yes.
rule. And then I cannot asking for money. No 506B. I have to have a relationship
Yeah, you have to build a relationship with your investor.
before you have the deal and everything.
Right.
So that's how. And that's how we are doing for this past 4 years is building relationships with investors, and I'm part of a group that do multifamily in Dallas, so that's how we became together and put out this. I call investor database. So that's
Yes.
my investor database.
That's good. I know quite a few investors. Actually, we have one here in Houston that was in our event in May. Robert Martinez.
Robert Martinez, yeah,
Yes.
he's really big on
Yeah.
multifamily.
And he wins a lot of awards, best apartment, of the year, and he's actually coming to the podcast as well. And Rod Cleef down in
Yep.
the Tampa area.
Tampa area. He's also really good. I love his podcast also. So
Man, I like. I don't know if you've ever been to one of his events, but Rob's events are probably one of the best ones I've been to.
I need to be in that.
And not, because he combines multifamily knowledge
Okay.
with apartment investing. With self development.
Okay.
So it's a combination. It's weird. Sometimes you go see other people, whoever. They just talk about multifamily. This is how you do. He doesn't do it like that. He breaks it.
Mindset.
And this is how you invest in multifamily. And the people that the people that I've met in his events are top notch.
That's nice.
So yeah, I highly suggest if you can make it to one.
Wow. Yeah, I'll put this on my bucket list.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So what is next for you? Are you gonna continue to be multifamily, or have you ever looked into storage units, for instance? Or
Right now, I'm really focused on multifamily, and that's my main business right now. We are doing some tax lien and tax deed auction. This is my wife' passions.
right?
So she's also in the real estate business. So she's doing and has Marcos as a mentor.
She's learning from the best,
learning
right?
from the best, and so
Yeah.
she's doing some tax lien and tax deed, and I'm 100% on multifamily, and we are making this company, and we have 3 full-time employees, and so we are focused on acquisition.
Acquisitions.
So that's our. So we do acquisitions, we find deals, and find the investors, and put all together. And we already has the good relationship with the brokers, and we have good management company running the business for us. So it's just.
What are the basics for running a successful? And you mentioned just a couple of them. But what are the basics, in your opinion, of running a successful multifamily operation?
Yeah, if you're gonna have investors with you, the first step it's a very good alternative, like for do all the paperwork, the PPM, all this documentation, and for sure a very very good property management. That's the key, and that's where we really have like a good care of our team on the property management. Like a good manager can make your property go up, and also can make your property, if it's not good, go down. So you have to have this team to run the daily operation on the property. And another thing, it's the construction side. So a good designer, a good construction that understand multifamily, because it's buildings is different than single family.
Yes.
So you have problems with the sewer, you have problems with the plumbing on the sewer, on electrical, air conditioner. So you have to have these two pillars. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, pillars.
Yeah. So you have to have this.
It's your foundation.
Yeah, a good foundation on property management. And also the investors, I think it's the easy part when you show them you have the good team, and you're gonna make profit for them.
And you have all your foundation set and your basics are covered, you're good.
So that's where.
That's good. Are you offering any mentoring, or you're just literally just doing the business itself?
Well, right now I'm just doing the business, and then just try to grow the business the way I want it to be, and on the future for sure I wanted to do some mentoring or some give back what I'm receiving right now. So
Right.
That's I think that's really important. So
That's good. So what's in the future for you?
well, it's make the business run smooth, and I can teach another people.
So how many units does that look like? Like what's a good goal to hit for Eduardo?
I'm on 10,000 units.
10,000 units.
Yeah, so that's my goal.
Well, you still got another 7,000 units
7,000
to
go.
go.
Yeah.
Right. Well, 3,000 units is a lot of units, man.
Yes. It's a lot of work. We so that's why we have that team, and we can run this smooth. There's problems every day, but
Absolutely, yeah.
it's normal. We can handle it. We have and on our company, on Multifamily Empire, we have a team of 3 That's just really good. So it's me, Delia, and Neander. So we are partners, and I run the asset management part. So that's I'm on a daily on because of my engineer thing and my construction single family. So I run the construction, the daily.
So you deal with the contractors.
Yes, and then we have Delia. She's graduated from Harvard. She runs all the numbers. So she's that make the reports for the investors, and she do the underwrite, and she look over all the numbers and see. And we have Neander. He's a marketing guy. He runs all their ads, and he's there like the raise money guy. So
I think I met him at that event. We were in Dallas.
Yes. So that's
Yeah, he looks like a marketing guy.
Yeah,
like the guy that's going out building relationships.
Yeah. So he's the money like giver.
Yeah, he attracts the money.
Yeah. So
That's good. That's a pretty good team.
Pretty solid team.
Yeah, because you guys are all different.
Yep. So we combine all their energy together, and the business is growing. So.
Man, that's good. Well, Eduardo, thank you so much for coming in, man, and for sharing what you do and your story. And it's impressive, that just 4 years ago, guys, this guy was in Brazil growing
soybeans and corn.
And 4 years later, he's out here in Texas with 3,000 plus units.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. So,
thank you so much.
no, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you.
The time
and so, how do people get in contact with you if they want to invest with Eduardo?
There's our website. It's multifamily empire.
multifamilyempire.com.
And we have all the information there. You can follow us also on Facebook and Instagram. So
Okay.
It's the same. It's a multifamily.
Just send them a message. Said, hey, here's $100,000. I saw you at the Real Estate Entrepreneurs Podcast. Okay.
Exactly.
So they can send us some ball caps or something later on. Until the next one, guys. Don't forget to hit share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you there.
Thank
Bye.
you.